On today's episode, we're going to do a reboot. If you remember, or if you go back a couple of videos ago, you'll see this, the flashback. Flashback to when we unboxed. Now, I acquired a version that has another world and flashback in one case. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can combine. Only on today's episode. Please stay tuned. First thing you have to do is take it out of the protective plastic you've kept it in this long. Oh, it's exposed. This video is brought to you by acrylic. Acrylic. It protects the things you want to protect. I ain't gonna lie, the acrylic case I put on this was just a little too tight, so here it is now. So I want to cover this because I don't know if that's anything special, but we gotta check out the back of this. Rediscover the 90s. According to this, these are adventure game masterpieces of the 90s. And in all honesty, they do have their place. They are wonderful. Alright, and that should come off with the plastic, so after that we'll look at the back in more detail. And away we go. Don't you love that sound? And I would like to state that I am an American-based channel. And if you notice these corners, this rating, the complete circle, not an oval, and this rating, this is European. Thank you. Alright, so we slide it open. There they are. Beautiful. Oh, I missed one. So these are, you can read that, Lester Knight Cocken is a young scientist hurtled through space and time by a nuclear experiment that went wrong. So, it's another world. There's Lester. I know I did the last name no justice. 4 postcards, so these are referred to as postcards. Let's get this out of the way. This one's a flashback postcard, and this one says, Conrad's enemies and kidnappers are snapping at his heels. He must know a way back to Earth to unravel an insidious extraterrestrial plot that threatens the planet. I apologize for the pause because he must know a way. It is from Europe. I maybe it's like color. All right. Another world. I love this scene because it's just like so interplanetary. Let's see what this says. In an alien and inhospitable world, you will have to dodge, outwit, and outcome the host of alien monsters while surviving an environment as deadly as your enemies. Another world. So that'll go in that pile. Oh, and here's Conrad B. Hart. Oh. All right. It is 2142. After fleeing from a spaceship but stripped of all memory, the eminent scientist Conrad B. Hart awakens on Titan, a colonized moon of the planet Saturn. Yeah, wow, we went on. You heard it here first. 2142. You actually heard it in the 90s. Will be on Saturn. And a soundtrack. That's awesome. I'm sure there's a code on the back. Fantastic. And the actual cartridge on the back of this is a little bit more in depth. Ta-da! Is that full-on manual? No! Disappointing. And there's the cartridge. Both of them. On one cartridge. Now, of course, having it open and being able to play is one thing, but let's see if we can get both a special edition Super Nintendo looking steelbook will fit inside this beautiful cardboard version of both. And now back to the gripping conclusion of Another World Flashback unboxing and combining, which actually ended up not successfully working. So what it is the steelbook is, of course, obviously a little bit thicker than the cartridge. So you can make sacrifices and have these somewhere special and protected while having the SNES style steelbook inside the cardboard, or you go back to storing everything inside the plastic and keep the SNES cartridge in another location. But the steelbook is so beautiful. Everybody's call though out there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. So to follow up, most of the time when I'm playing a game I keep it in a different case so that I can always grab it, because I play a couple of games at a time, like lots of games at a time. So I came to this conclusion, and it will be that the steelbook will have its own case. I love my cardboard with those little cardboard postcards in its own case, and then when the time comes I'll decide which one gets custody.